Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Building Championship Mindsets, the podcast. This is your host, Dr. Amber Selking, where we are in season 16 entitled Winning the Mental Game for Kids. I can't believe it, but we are already at our season finale, and what a journey it has been. I know some of you have heard the story, or maybe you heard earlier in the season where this season even came from. And it came from one of my buddies. He is a scout for the San Francisco 49ers, and he flipped me a text one day. He said, listen, I need you to build something specifically for kids so that I can play it for my girls on our way to school. That very same week, I was in a conversation with a random gentleman on an airplane where I was flying to somewhere to deliver a keynote address to an organization. And we're talking about what I do. I serve as the Chief Executive Officer for Lippert in culture and leadership development. I don't serve as the Chief Executive Officer. Sorry, Jason, that's you. I'm the Chief Culture and Leadership Development Officer for Lippert. And then I also serve as the mental performance coach for LSU football. And this guy is like, man, that is awesome. Do you have anything specifically directed at kids? Because I would love to be able to share this to my high schoolers who are athletes and one's working on becoming a technician actually in the trades field. And so I was like, no, but my buddy told me I should do this. And then all of a sudden I was in another conversation. I get a phone call from one of my dear friends, Serge Pay, who is a former professional hockey player. He does a lot with youth hockey. And he's one of the reasons we're doing this. And we're contributing to youth hockey in a large way through this season. And he said, listen, Doc, we got to do something for kids. So figure out how to do it. Let's do this together. And at that point, I couldn't ignore it anymore. And so here we are in season 16, winning the mental game for kids, directed directly at our kids to teach you guys how to think right, because you're too important. There's so much going on in our world. There's so much temptation. There's so much distraction. There's so many things telling you that you don't matter, that you're irrelevant, or that you don't have the potential inside of you to change the world. And maybe why are you even here? And those are the wrong questions, and those are the wrong statements. The right questions are, how do I become who I've been created and called to be? How do I understand why I'm here and what my purpose is? How do I have the courage and the confidence to stand up and make great choices? How can I win in my sport or in my whatever endeavor that you're chasing and pursuing right now? How do I be my best self and not just be average? Because inside of me, there's some element of greatness. I know it. But everything around me might be distracting me from it. That's what this season has been about. And so, listen, I want to do a brief recap on where we've been, but then also just remind you to keep winning your mental game because you are so important. The world needs you, and we need your greatness, not just your pretty good, and certainly not your average. And so, right, we started out thinking about and learning how powerful our thoughts are. And that our thoughts affect our emotions, that affect our body's response, which drives our performance. And we get to choose and control our thoughts. And then we learned that repeated thoughts, the stuff we say over and over and over to ourselves, build these mindsets. And mindsets are like Instagram filters that change how we see ourselves and the world around us. I want you to build championship mindsets. Because then when hard moments come in front of you, the mindset of, I am made for this moment. I am strong. I can do hard things, even if the people around me don't. That mindset, that Instagram filter will come over your mind, and you will be able to make the choice that positions you to be who you were made to be in this world. Then we worked through the 8 mental plays of awareness, because you have to be aware before you enhance. Then we talked about motivation and how it's your job to motivate you, specifically through goal setting. Then we looked at how confidence is a choice, because confidence is just a thought. And we can build our confidence when we are prepared, when we have great self-talk and good body language. Then we shifted into talking about finding our optimal zone, intensity management, right? The right level of energy for the moment to deliver our best. We went on to learn about attentional control, how to pull our mind from the past or the future into the present through the win principle of what's important now, because performance happens in the present. And then we talked about emotional mastery, right? We could do all of that stuff, but if the moment's too big and we get too excited, our emotions run away with us and we get scared and we crumble in the moment, it doesn't matter. So we learn that all those feelings we might be feeling is just our body getting ready. And when we control the controllables in those moments, we can win the moment. The moment won't win us. Then we shifted, right? Talked about mental rehearsal, how to start combining all of the mental skills that we talked about to get mental reps, because mental reps are just like physical reps and can build talent and courage and confidence at the neurological level by just mentally rehearsing a moment. And we finished with routines and building routines for different parts of our day and different moments, because we know that routines lead to habits and habits lead to consistency, and it's consistency that will help you find the greatness that you know is inside of you. Listen, you have a purpose. You were made on purpose, for a purpose, for such a time as this. Right now, this world needs you. Now, in the future, it's going to need you for a different reason, but don't worry about the future. Worry about right now. Cast a vision for your life, set some goals for your life, but then every day wake up and know that you have power and control, because the same power that transformed human history is inside of you if you learn how to tap into it. Right? As a Christian, you can find that through your faith in God. From a mental performance standpoint, you can find that in the power of your mind. And so when you find that, lead into it, because you're a child of the King and you matter and your life matters. But you have to win your mental game in order to find that level of greatness inside of you. It's been such an honor and a blessing being with you on this journey. I cannot wait to hear your stories, how you've applied these mental plays to your life, to win your mental game, to live into your purpose, and how you have found the courage and the confidence to make right choices in this world, even when it's hard, even when there might be distractions or bad influences around you. Stand strong, because you are strong, you are powerful, and you have the opportunity to be a force for good in this world. Keep winning your mental game and know that I will always be here as a resource and as an encourager for who you are and all you're chasing after in this world around you. If there's things you'd like to learn more about or find ways to connect with us more deeply, please check out our website, www.selkingperformance.com. You can find our incredible performance team there. You can find our book, Winning the Mental Game, the playbook for building championship mindsets. And furthermore, if there's any way that I might serve you through a keynote address for your organization, we found that this material can transform and catalyze any industry in any part of the world, because it doesn't matter where you're from or what you do. It matters that we are human beings. And when we understand how our brain works, how it impacts how we show up, and then we get equipped with the tools and strategies to win our mental game, man, greatness is the only next option. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'd love to hear your stories, love to hear from you directly. Dr. Selking at selkingperformance.com, and then again on all the social media platforms at Champ Mindsets. Thank you so much for tuning in to this season of Building Championship Mindsets, the podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Amber Selking, and from the locker room to the boardroom, I want to challenge you to continue building your championship mindset.